Alright.
Okay, we're live. Hi, everyone that's here. Whoever is here, my name is Carrie Taylor, and I am the president of the UWI Chemical Society. And right now, I have our Experimental Officer, Kasha Richards, or PRO, Romaine Graham, and our Treasurer, Chriselle McCarthy. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
So we're here for Club Fusion 2020-21, virtually the same experience. So today we're just gonna talk to you guys about UWI Sock, UWI Sock, or experiences with Chem Sock and what we have planned for you guys and what we do here. What is here? We just gonna chill out. That's all I'm going to say here. Ooh, somebody's here. Hi. If you can see me. Let us know who you are, right? Type your name, where you from, and what's your major, and what's your department, all of that. I'm Kyra Taylor. I'm the president of the Chemical Society, and these are members of my exec. We have Kasha Richards, who's our chief experimental officer, Romaine Graham, who's our PRO, Chriselle McCarthy, or treasurer, Kristen, and Kristen Passard, and Kiara Shannon, who are our vice president. So whoever is watching, let me know who you are, where you're from, and your major.
Take
Somebody are playing music?
Yes.
Oh, cool, cool.
Can you hear it properly or?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Hi, my name is Kara Taylor. Welcome to Club Fusion 2021. Virtually the same experience. I'm Kara Taylor, the president of the UWI Chemical Society, and these are some members of my team. We have Kasha Richards, Romaine Graham, Chriselle McCarthy, Kristen Passard, and Kiara Shannon. They'll let you know more about you as we get our numbers up, and we'll tell you what we have in store for you this semester. Wow, this is actually very. Oh, okay. Live streams, internet and whatnot. It's not already. Just so let me know where you're from, what's your major, and so on and so forth. But right now, we're just gonna chill and wait for the numbers to come up. We're at 4 viewers right now. Let's see what's going on. We have 4 viewers right now. Let's see what's going on. Where are you from? What's your major? Like, why are you interested? You're interested in chemistry, so that's why you're here. Um, Everybody's hearing the music?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay. All right, so first comment. Hi, Zoe. She's doing biochemistry. Okay, so you're here because you love chemistry, and these are members of my exec. Kasha, tell us more about yourself. where you from, what's your position on ChemSoc?
Oh, well, my name is Kasha. I'm the Chief Experimental Officer in the club. It's basically my job to uh, get the plans to experiment and do them along with some of my fellow mates. I'm from Trinidad. I came here to do a general chemistry degree, and while I'm in my third year, it's been going interesting so far, to say the least. uh, yeah, that's about it for me. Um, I'm in this club because well, I like chemistry. I like making things. Making things make me happy, so that's why I'm here.
Okay, so Kasha, you're a general chemistry major,
Yeah.
and what has your experience been with ChemSoc?
Chemsoc. Well, I found out about Chemsoc in my first year. I remember Marcel came into the lecture room and he announced Chemsoc, and it was just for me, man. I like the group of people in this club. They're they're on my wavelength, and I love that about the club. And while there's the like, experiments and stuff, that's fun as well. But like I like the people in the club, so I'd say that's one of the biggest things for me.
So ChemSoc is not only a club for experiments. We are a family, and we love having new people, graduate students like talk to us all the time about how ChemSoc used to be the place to be, and this is what my exec plans to do this year and beyond. We're trying to make ChemSoc that club in SciTech. So Michaela says she's a first year student who will be majoring in applied chemistry. Any applied majors here? I know that somebody's an applied major here. Kiara, to you. We're gonna ask you to tell us about yourself and your position.
Oh yes, applied chem. Anyways, so my name is Kiara. I am the vice president, one of the vice presidents for the UWI Chemical Society. Yes, and my major is applied chem.
Yeah, tell us about
So
and what your experience has been with ChemSoc,
listen,
all of that.
listen. ChemSoc is really fun. It's really nice. It's a space where I can get to share my craziness and just to see reactions happening and learn more about it. And it's a space of exposure because you get to meet other persons. When guest speakers come and have their talk and stuff, you get to know them a bit more. You know about the chemistry industry a bit more. So it's really good, and it's really an experience that I would recommend people to encounter. Um, yeah, so that's basically it.
All right, so we're gonna go down the line. We're gonna meet Kristen Passard, who is our other vice president. Kristen,
Hi guys, I'm Kristen Parsard. My major is biochemistry, but my minor is environmental chemistry. I'm the one of the vice president of ChemSoc, and so far ChemSoc has been a good experience for me, and we do very fun experiments, and we have a lot planned for the semester. Yeah, and that's what I have to say.
that's all. You can't tell them so many nice about Chemsock.
It's,
Why
yeah,
you
it's
even join Chemsock in the first place?
why I came and joined ChemSoc. So like I was very unsure which club I wanted to join, and I ended up joining UWI. And I loved chemistry. That was one of my favorite subjects in high school. Then I heard about ChemSoc from a few friends, and I decided that I was going to come, and it was very interesting. And persons were very friendly. They were welcoming, and then the experiment part of the club that draw me in more. And yeah, it was just a very nice experience in general.
All right, you see that? The girl heard about it from her friends. She heard about it from her friends. Then you know what you should do? You should tell your friends when you come to Kemsock and you see the vibe that we have. Tell your friend and tell your friend to tell your friend and tell your friend to tell them auntie, them cousin, everything.
Just
And
pass it
so we're
on.
going. Just pass it on. Let us know what's going on. Next, we have Romain Graham, who's our PRO. He was also the chemistry department rep, so he knows a little bit more outside the scope of ChemSoc. He knows what's going down with the department and how we can connect more with other chemistry majors. So, Romain, you have the floor. Tell us about ChemSoc and your experience. Why did you join? Why are you still a member? And the fun that you've had with ChemSoc.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. As Kara said, I'm Romain, the PRO. Yeah, so firstly, I joined because I was just doing a chemistry major and I wanted to join a club. So that is how I originally joined. But when persons ask me why I joined and stayed, I'd say that first of all, ChemSoc provided a little family setting for persons who are doing like things, which is chemistry. And when you're in first year, it's very good that you join the club because you get exposed to more practical in ChemStock than when you're in than when you're doing your courses because you only get exposed to labs. But in ChemStock you get to actually do experiments and see the more practical side of chemistry. Um ChemSoc also offers opportunities outside of the club, as in when you leave university, you get to know a bit more about the field. You'll be a bit more prepared than a regular chemistry major who just graduated and didn't come to ChemSoc. It's a good place where you interact with persons in your field as well. So everybody here is chemist, but it's not a club just for chemists. Everybody can come to this club and learn something. Somebody told me that they came to ChemSoc and it helped them with investments because they were thinking about investing in a company abroad that deals with chemicals and such. And ChemSoc helped them to have a better understanding of what was going on so they could make a more informed decision when investing. So you see there that ChemSoc offers a bit more, not just for chemists, but for everybody. Chemistry is a foundational discipline. It is applied everywhere in chemistry, in biology, in physics, in life. So yes, you should definitely join the club.
See, don't have to be a chemist. Can be a economist. You can be a law student. Like chemists, chemical UE Chemical Society is not limited to only chemistry majors. If you're an Axi major, come on down. Join join our club, subscribe to our YouTube channel, uh, follow our Instagram. You have so many opportunities to see amazing things with UE Chemical Society, and you can get to be a part of our family. You get to know a little bit more about chemistry because we don't only do, the little like the little things that you see in your chemistry labs in high school. No, we don't do that. We do amazing things. We did elephant toothpaste last semester. We even made hand sanitizers earlier in the year, which was around January, I think. Ramin, remind me again. It was in January or February, right before we
It was
school
right.
closed.
It was in early March,
It
right
was
around
like
Right, right before COVID.
March, yeah.
Chemsock was the one that was like, guys, what should we do? Make hand sanitizers. You see that? And that was what from one of our very own members. You see that? So when you come to Chem Society, we are going to take your ideas into consideration and try to make those things happen. So and as our motto says, experiment with a chemist and you will love the reaction. And that's one of the things that we talk about and we advocate. Once you get into this club, you're just going to be an chemist. You're going to be an, if you're not a chemistry major, you're an honorary chemist. And you'll be able to interact with us more. You'll be able to, get to know the details behind certain things that happen in your environment. Why is it like you can see things differently? You'll have a chemist mind without having to do chemistry. If you have another major, you know what I'm saying? Like we get to learn different things outside of the I'm talking so much and you guys are just like smiling. And I
All right.
love that you guys are smiling. And I love that you guys are interacting. And I love that the 12
All right.
persons that are here. After me gonna up. Tahira. Yes, you loving the energy. We loving the energy too, girl.
Kyra.
Loving the energy. Yes, sir.
Awesome champagne now, champagne buckle up up.
One of the main things
So,
this year, the field probably is planning on dropping a bomb. Who you think
Boom,
yeah, Sci-Tech
boom,
is dropping a
the
bomb and
boom,
Chemtalk
boom,
is going to drop
boom,
bombs. And
boom. You know,
guys,
let them
the
know.
the first experiment that we're doing is what? What are we doing, guys? Romain, what are we doing next week?
Drum
smoke?
rolls.
What are we
Smoke.
doing next week? We're doing a smoke bomb. So Sci-Tech dropping a bomb this entire year. And Chemsock is going to start off our year with a smoke bomb. So you guys should be there.
Bringing the bombs to you
Subscribe
guys.
to our Instagram. I mean, follow our Instagram, not subscribe to our Instagram. Follow our Instagram at UWI.
Ah.
Let me just, show you banner. For anybody that wants to see it, follow our Instagram at UWI.
It's a
Yeah,
great
UWI
site, guys.
Chem
Follow about
Society. And then when you go to our Instagram page and you're gonna see the different experiments that we did in previous years. You're gonna see the poster for or agenda for this month, September, and then September, which is our theme is back to earth. Because everybody's, coming back to earth. We're back into the school mode. And, it's time to put in that work. And our first experiment is a smoke bomb. If you go to our Instagram page or YouTube, link is there. So go and subscribe to our channel. You heard what I'm saying? And also, what else? We have, after the smoke bomb, we're going to have our flame test. You have to you have to keep subscribed, keep abreast to our Instagram page to know what exactly is the flame test, what you have to look forward to. And then to close off our back to earth theme for the month is our home experiment. Because we know that in COVID-19 that not everybody's going to be on campus. We don't want everyone to be on campus because it's still a trying time and we don't want anybody to get sick. We don't want anything to happen to any of our students. So we have campus experiments and we have at-home experiments. So for the at-home experiment, we're going to tell you in advance what you will need and you will work on the experiment yourself. Try, to get it right, as best as you can and send us the video, and we're going to show it, on the day of our meeting. Oh, and if you are loving what you're hearing, follow our Instagram page, register. Click on the sign up sheet. Go to FST_UWI click the link in the bio and click our sign up sheet for UWI Chemical Society so that I can, if we do an, oh, so Shanali Brown is asking if we do experiments every week. So we try our best to do experiments often enough. So we do it every other week. For this month, it is experiment field. But for other months, we're going to have different activities in place. So we're going to have guest speakers to speak to you more about chemistry. and what you can do with chemistry and different aspects of chemistry. Because you have cosmetic chemistry, you have food chemistry, industrial
Mm-hmm.
chemistry, all kind of
Pesticide, the
chemistry.
natural,
So
natural insect.
we're just gonna have
Yeah.
a lot of people. So we have a good mixture of experiments, speakers, everything for you guys to like actually have an interactive club session. So if you are interested in knowing,
So the site here, people. Go, 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 go,
use your hand
and
and
go
cover the use your hand and cover the phone so people can see the page. FST
Oh,
underscore Louis Mona.
let me turn up the brightness, Let me see. Y'all can
FST
see.
underscore FS. That's our Instagram page at UWI Society. If you want, follow our page. If you want to sign up because you're interested in what we have and things that we have in the future that we can't even tell you about yet because everything is top secret, go to FST underscore UWI Mona and click the sign up sheet. So I'm going to just turn over to Kasha where she's going to talk about our home experiment for this month. So Kasha.
Um, is making sodium acetate from vinegar and baking soda. And well, I'm sure you guys have it at home, hopefully. And well, I'll send in the comment. I'll type in the comment the right amount that you're gonna need. But in general, I'm just gonna give you guys a little overview. So all you're gonna need, well, other than the baking soda and vinegar, you're gonna need like a pot. Possibly you might need some paper towels. You're gonna need a measuring set. Some oil, possibly. Some rubbing alcohol, and a little small container or bag to hold the crystals when you're done. So to start off, you're gonna add the vinegar and the baking soda together. But make sure when you do it kind of slowly because it's a very violent reaction. It's not gonna like splash up in your face or anything like that, but it's gonna have a lot of bubbles. So like after that reacts off, you're just gonna put it on the stove to evaporate off the water that's in the solution. And then you'll eventually see when it's bubbling down, you'll see like this white solid, and that is your product already. It's you can say that the experiment is about done right there. But you could take it a step further and you could crystallize it. I don't know if you could see it, but I have some crystals here that I made. I don't know how good you could see it, but like when you like evaporated them in the pots, it'll be more of in a powdery form. So when you crystallize it, you can get some really nice. How to describe these crystals? They're nice. They're clear. Like they look like actual crystals. So to do that, first off, you could wash the crystals first with some rubbing alcohol. Anyone would do like I have some here like this, and just wash it with a little bit because if you use too much, you're gonna lose all your crystals. So just wash it a little bit, and you put it on some paper towels and let that dry off for a little bit to try and suck out the impurities and stuff. And you'll just transfer those crystals to a hot solution of water. So how you're gonna go about this? You're gonna try to make anyone in chat knows what a hot saturated solution is. Oh yeah, I'll post the instructions. Yeah, anyone knows what a hot saturated solution is? Well, if you guys aren't sure, you're basically how you're gonna do it. You're gonna have your crystals in a bowl, and then you're gonna have some really hot water, like really hot, and then you're gonna just dissolve those that powder that you have until everything is just dissolved. Like you don't want to go over it, and that there is your hot saturated solution. And all you need to do now is just like cover it and just leave it there. And the crystals, as it's cooling down, the crystals are gonna crash out, and you're gonna be left with some really nice crystals. And then just to like get the crystals on its own, you could I don't want to say decant. You could just like tilt over whatever bowl you have it in, and throw out the excess water, and you can left with your crystals. And if you want to dry it out even more, you could put it to dry on some paper towels as well, or you could put it in the oven if you're really that lazy. Um, I've experienced that. It's an interesting experience. So and then yeah, you'll have your crystals. So you could post up what you guys' crystals look like. There's also a fun thing you could do with the crystals as well. So the reason why I originally wanted to make these crystals is because uh, it recrystallizes out really fast out of solution. So you can make another hot saturated solution, and then if you this is also a recrystallizing technique, and it's called seeding. So if you take a crystal and you put it on a cool hot saturated solution, it's gonna the crystals are just gonna precipitate out, and it looks really cool. So you could do it in like a tall bottle like this, or you could do it in a bowl. You could do it on uh like the lid of a Pringles tin. I've done that before, and it looks really cool. So you could if you get a really good like looking like crystallization, you could post that up as well. Because trust me, it's really cool if you get it good. So yeah, that's about it for that. Any questions?
Thank you, Kasha, for that. So now I'm gonna let Romain take the floor. Romain,
Right.
you have the
So
floor.
Kasha just spoke, and I know that all that information was challenging on the mind, but that was exactly the intention, because basically that is what chemistry comes down to. It's complicated, yes, but that is what it comes down to. But the other aspect of chemistry that we want to show you is that this information can be used for a lot of things. And the main thing that we want persons to use this information to do is to apply it to wherever you think you can apply it, especially to our entrepreneurs and persons who want to go into business. That is a set of persons that we want to appeal to this year. Those are the types of persons who want to get into the club and into chemistry. Because all these experiments that we are doing, are most of them, are something that can be is something that can be applied in some aspect and can be used as a entrepreneurial venture. So it's definitely something that you can look into. For example, persons who make soaps and things for their hair like shampoos and stuff, and it has different chemicals in it. We will do experiments here that will basically show us how this is done. And even though you might not want to do it in person, you will at least have an idea of how the process works, and you can share it with your friends who are planning who plan on doing ventures like this also. So yes, chemistry is a bit hard on the mind. But once we get the basics, or once we have an idea of the basics or the general theory, it can be applied anywhere. And that is what I wanted to point out.
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. So thank you, Romain. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna just introduce ourselves to the newcomers or person that introduce ourselves again to the newcomers, and for persons that are have already been here, that have been, watching us from the very beginning. Like, welcome to the UWI Chemical Society live stream. This is Club Fusion 2021, virtually the same experience. That's our tagline. My name is Cara Taylor, and I am the president of the UE Mona Chemical Society. And these are some of the members of my executive body. So, once again, Kasha Richards, Chief Experimental Officer, Romaine Graham, or PRO, Kiara Shannon, or one of our vice presidents, and Chriselle McCarthy, or treasurer. Her mic isn't working, so you're just gonna get her face for most of the stream. So wave to the people, Chriselle. All right. So Kasha just gave us a rundown on one of our at-home experiments. Romaine just said, you know, chemistry can be, you know,
Challenging.
a bore for some people or challenging. But here at the UE Chemical Society, chemistry, fun, madness plus tax. If you think that chemistry that you did in high school when you guys did all them titrations till your hand nearly drop off, no, we don't do titrations here. We're not here to teach you. We're here to show you that chemistry, fun. Chemistry is fun. You don't have to worry about, oh, she says that by when will we know? Michaela is asking, by when will we know when we've been accepted into the club? So, what happens? Our club membership process is that you have to attend 3 consecutive meetings, you have to pay dues, and you also have to pay a membership fee. And we know that in times of COVID, we have already come up with a measure as to how to collect dues without having to increase interaction between persons. Yeah, so Ricardo Price has replied to Michaela. For everybody that's seen, you have to attend 3 meetings, 3 consecutive meetings, pay the membership fee. Attending the meetings also means that you have to pay dues. You know, the dues is not a lot. We're not trying to broke anybody's pocket. I'm not rich. My exec is not people that have money coming out of their pocket. So we know exactly the amount that persons can give. We've already decided on it and we're going to share it with you. Come to our first meeting. All of this will be outlined further, the membership fee. Also how to, become a member of ACS as well, which is the American Chemical Society, because the UWI Chemical Society is the Jamaican chapter of the American Chemical Society. So being a member of ChemSoc does not automatically make you a member of ACS. So we will also outline the process to do so, right? So, you know, experiments galore, you know, we have planned. So we're gonna Romaine, Kiara. I know that you guys have something to say about ChemSoc, why you love ChemSoc so much, and why you think that ChemSoc this year is going to top all the other years. So, Kiara, tell me what you think about ChemSoc and why it's at the top this. Like, why you think ChemSoc is going to drop a bomb just like how SciTech is dropping a bomb all over you.
Oh, and I hear me now? Okay, all right, good.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, so yes, Prime Stock, we're gonna drop a bomb this year. Enough excitement, enough things in store for you guys. We're bringing the club up this year. So for Chemstock, for me, it is my free space to just interact with persons, love the madness, love the craziness, love the explosions, Yeah, I love the experiments that happen, and I want you guys to experience the same thing. And so we're promoting you guys to actually become a member of the UA Chemical Society. So we have reactions that promoting the first reaction I'm going to do is the smoke bomb. And I know a lot of people have chemistry in their mind as, oh, we'll make explosion, I will make things, I will bomb up things. And yes, so we're bringing it to you, the smoke bomb. And I know you all are going to be excited and you will just love to see it. So people, follow our page on Instagram. Follow. Tell your friend, tell your neighbor, tell everybody to follow UA Mona Chemical Society. We have lots in store. You want to see that smoke bang? You need to follow us. So stay tuned.
All right, Romaine, tell the people about ChemSoc. Tell the people why ChemSoc is a club for them and why they should come to our club.
Well, without a doubt, Chemsac is the greatest establishment club society in SciTech, without any doubt. So that's the first thing. Second thing for chemistry students, it's a place for chemistry students to interact with persons who are doing chemistry, to interact and to build links and become friends with persons who are in their field and who will be in your field rather. The third thing is it's a good vibe here, and it provides a wonderful learning experience for everybody. Anybody can come to ChemSac, even babies. Anybody can come here and learn. And when you leave the meeting, you will leave with something that you can use to further yourself or improve yourself. This is not just for chemists. We here as chemists, we do our thing in our realm of the world, and other persons can get information and get skills and can use it elsewhere as well. It just provides a wonderful learning experience, and I hope I don't regret joining. I wish I could stay in ChemSac my whole life, but when I leave university, I leave ChemSac. But first years, second years, third years, join up the club. You won't regret it.
See what I'm talking about? He just said that if he could stay at ChemSoc forever, he would stay there forever. This is why you should join us, because we are more than just, budding chemists in the industry. We are, a haven for persons that are studying chemistry, but also for persons that are interested in chemistry. Like you've watched, NCIS, you've watched CSI, you know what's happening in those labs. That's chemistry, and we are just going to teach you the basics, because we don't have the facilities to show you guys all the cool stuff in CSI, but we have fun experiments for everybody. So right now I'm going to hand it over to the former president. He's also our advisor for this year, Ricardo Price. He just joined our stream, so say hi to the people, Ricardo, and tell them about ChemSoc, your experiences with ChemSoc, and basically tell us who you are, because you're a new face to the stream right now, and so the persons don't know you. So, Ricardo, floor is yours.
Name is oh yeah, you guys can hear me, right? All right. So hi everybody, my name is Ricardo Price. I'm a graduate student, doing my master's, well, kind of PhD, in chemistry. And I was the former president of the UWI Mona Chemical Society. Kyra is now the president, and I'm the president of the American Chemical Society chapter here at UWI. So I'm kind of like the advisor for ChemSoc. So yeah, I help in the planning of experiments. I help in the planning of events overall. My time during ChemSoc, I really enjoyed it. Being in ChemSoc, it allows you to be around older chemists, more experienced chemists, and they provide a lot of help. I got a lot of help from people from ChemSoc. So chemistry, as you guys should know, chemistry isn't easy. It's one of the most interesting subjects or courses that you'll do, but it's not the easiest. So being around other older KEMSAC members that did some of the courses that I did, I really benefited from that. So that's one of the benefits of being in KEMSAC. Another benefit is that you do cool experiments almost every week. You learn a lot of stuff that you might not learn in the course itself. You get me? You learn practical things, things that can make you money. I heard somebody mention earlier that um, you can make things like soaps, shampoos, lotions, stuff like that. So, and these are things that you can turn into a business in the long run and benefit from. So, being in chemistry benefits a lot of persons. You don't necessarily have to be a chemist. You can be a biochemist. You don't even have to be a scientist. You can be somebody that loves the sciences and just want to make a business out of it, because I know of persons that aren't scientists that are benefiting from science. You get me? So there are endless benefits of being in KEMSA. Plus, you can also go overseas. There are grants that you can apply for to attend overseas conferences. We were supposed to attend 2 conferences this year, but the outbreak of COVID-19 interrupted that. So I'm going to work out some. Hopefully, once COVID has passed, I'm trying to work out something for somebody to attend one of these conferences. So yeah, that's in the pipeline. So endless benefits of being in KEMSAC. Oh, and become an ACS member as well. Right. So back to you, Kyra.
All right, thanks, Ricardo. So once again, guys, go to at FST underscore UE Mona, click on the link in the bio, and then you will see our sign up sheet. If you are interested in chemistry, if you are a chemistry major, if you are a biochemistry major, if you are a student of the UE, University of the West Indies Mona, click the link in the bio. Join, follow our Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel. So again, go to at FST underscore UE Mona, click the link in the bio, and then you'll see the sign up sheet. Sign up, become a part of UE Chemical Society. So I'm gonna just turn over to another new face, which is Simone Johnson, and she is our secretary. Simone, say hi to the people. 18 people are on our live stream, guys. 18 people. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Simone, say
Hey
hello.
guys, hi. So my name is Simone Johnson. I'm the secretary of the Chemical Society, and I've been hearing my colleagues saying about the experiences that you guys can have. Yes, it's a great experience. We have fun in the club. We have a character experiments. Everything is great because even as you said, you don't have to be a chemistry major. You don't have to be that to be a part of the club because we have fun regardless. And it's not always just about chemistry. We're not just dead and boring like that. We have fun. We play games. Yes, they might be chemistry based, but we play games and you will meet a lot of people. You'll meet a lot of people and you will have fun with a lot of people. And that's just it for me. It's great.
Simone, you can't just leave us like that. Tell us why you joined Chemist.
Oh, okay, no problem. So the reason why I joined Chemstock is because, well, for me, I'm a chemistry major, but I joined and because I met new people. I met new people and they were showing me like, this is what we're doing in chemistry and whatever. And I just went to the club one day and they were talking about like some opportunities they can get with meet with we had guest speakers and so on, and they were talking about their experiences and stuff like that. And it just grabbed my attention there, and I felt like I belonged within the club amongst the type of people that were there. So that is why I joined, and we have fun. As I said, I'm not sure if you guys saw one of our videos. when we were making the elephant toothpaste. That was a lot of fun for me. So right then and there, I was like, yes, this is the place where I'm supposed to be.
All right. So Simone says, all right. So once again, for persons that may have joined, this is the first time you're joining. Welcome to Club Fusion 2020-21, virtually the same experience. I am Carrie Taylor. I'm the president of the UWI Chemical Society. On this live stream, we have Carrie Richards, who is our chief experimental officer. So if you, right now, if you've signed up the, oops, signed up already and you saw the little question that I left at the bottom of the sign up sheet, whether or not you have any experiments that you would like to try, Kasha would be the one that would vet experiments. Okay, so from our very own VP, SSP, Savannah Grant, she thought our elephant toothpaste video was nice. Ricardo, if you can just recount experience with the elephant toothpaste. Everybody remembers that video, Kristen, and Kristen just got, everything on her, even though guys, just to point out, nothing happened to Kristen. It was perfectly safe for her. Like the splash did not affect her in any way. So one thing to point out, we are chemists, so we are always concerned with the safety of the persons that are doing the experiments. We will not harm you in any way. We will not try to do experiments that will cause harm to students or cause harm to us as the experimenters. So Ricardo, tell us about, elephant toothpaste. What's it like? What is it? Let the people know.
All right. All right. So you guys know of hydrogen peroxide, right? You know that clear liquid that you put on wounds, cuts, and stuff like that. Now, hydrogen peroxide is in a dark bottle because if you expose it to light, you'll convert the hydrogen peroxide to oxygen gas and water, and you'll see bubbles coming out of it. But that process is very slow. Now, how we make the elephant toothpaste is that in order to speed up that release of oxygen, we add a catalyst. Now, the catalyst that we add is potassium permanganate. So the potassium permanganate, there are other catalysts that you can add, like potassium iodide, but let's focus on potassium permanganate. When you add the potassium permanganate to the hydrogen peroxide, you basically speed up the release of oxygen gas. So you see bubbles rapidly coming out of solution. Now, to trap those bubbles, we add soap. So when the bubbles come out of the hydrogen peroxide, the soap traps it and forms these huge bubbles, or you'd see it as foam, basically. And the reaction is very rapid, very vigorous, and yeah, it gets hot as well. But not hot enough to burn you. You can just feel the heat coming up. So, is that Kiara? Kiara, please mute your microphone.
Hey, you got it. It's still you,
So,
Ricardo.
so yeah. So we add soap to the mixture of hydrogen peroxide and potassium permanganate, and the soap traps the bubbles and forms the elephant toothpaste. Now we can add dyes, we can add coloring agents to the mixture, and it can give off different colors. It can be done with different colors. So red, green, purple, blue, anything. Just add the coloring to the hydrogen peroxide, pour in your soap, and then finally you pour in your potassium permanganate, and you have your elephant toothpaste. Now, don't do this inside your home because you'll mess up your home. But outside, yeah, in an open space. No, not inside your home, outside, because you'll mess up the entire house.
All right. So Ricardo, any other experiments that you want to tell us about? You have the most experience on this live stream right now. Tell us all about Chemstock. Things that you think that we can do in the future with students? Some of the ideas that you may have, just give them a little taste. Don't want to tell them everything. Have to keep some things top
All
secret.
right. All right, right off the top of my head, when I saw your calendar, I guess I can call it a calendar of events. I saw smoke bomb. Now, the smoke bomb was something that I'll explain what a smoke bomb is to the newcomers. The smoke bomb was something that the UWI Chemical Society has been trying to do over the years, but we've experienced a bit of difficulty. We've tried to make
Right.
fireworks and stuff like that, and it didn't turn out to the best. You get me? So, but this year it's on our calendar again. We did some trial experiments and they look fruitful thus far. I want to make a few more touches on it. Matthew Grant is asking about making ice cream. Yes, we can make ice cream. Ice cream making is something that we've done in the past as well. It's not hard. All we need is some liquid nitrogen, which I can get. I can
If
get
you
some
check
liquid.
out our, oh, sorry for cutting you off, but if you check
No,
out our Instagram page, Romaine has already posted or a past experiment where we did make ice cream. It's
yeah,
not really all that detailed, but looking forward to it. We're gonna try to move it into the second semester because we want it to be something where everybody can see what's going on. Everybody can say, "Oh, I made ice cream at UWI Sock. I had a hand in it." So, you know, so continue speaking about experiments. I'm so sorry.
no, that's fine. All right, so yeah, the smoke bomb. So the smoke bomb. You guys ever? I'm not sure if you guys can see my screen here. You guys can, Kyra, you can see this?
Yes, I can.
No? Oh, okay.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
these are what we call smoke bombs. Okay, so it's basically colored smoke. We're making colored smoke, and we have a mixture. We have a mixture of potassium nitrate, sugar, and baking soda. And then we add a coloring agent to it, light it, and it gives off this colored smoke. It's something that we can profit off because you know a lot. Have you ever seen the gender reveals and all of these things? It's basically a smoke bomb. And carnival, you see this colored smoke being given off certain parties, you see the colored smoke. So it's something that we're interested in making. So far, the experiments with it have been going good. We just need to add some color to it, and it would be great if we could do this with the new members and display this, have this on display. So I'm really looking forward to that. Um, I In the past we've made soap. I allow you guys to bring your own oils, any oil that you want to put in your soap, any extract that you want. If for instance you want to make aloe vera soap and you want to know how to make aloe vera soap, all you need to do is bring the oils that you want to put in that soap, bring a piece of aloe vera, and I'll extract it for you. Or if you don't want me to extract it for you, I can show you how to extract the essential, not necessarily the essential oils, but the components out of aloe vera to make a soap. So yeah, you can make your personalized soap. You can make perfumes. That was a fun experiment. A lot of persons made their different perfumes and gave it different names, some crazy names. That was a fun meeting. Uh, there's also the flame test where we actually light different metals because each metal in chemistry it burns with a distinct color. Sodium burns orange. Certain potassium salts burn with a purple color. Now, and some copper complexes burn bluish, greenish thereabout. So with the different metal salts, we turned off all the lights and we ignited them, and you could see like a rainbow like thing. It was really cool. I think that should, I'm not sure if that's on our Instagram page. Is it? Um, is that expert? If it's not, we can put it up.
No, I don't think
But
it's on it. No, it's not.
yeah,
It's not up there.
but you guys can follow our Instagram page and we'll put up that one in short order. It's called Elements on Fire, and it was a really cool experiment. Very, very cool experiment. So yeah, those are some of the main ones that I liked, and I'm looking forward to doing again. Okay, back to you.
Ramin, you said that you wanted to talk about perfumes as well because earlier you were talking about how entrepreneurs, an entrepreneur came to Chem Society and they, wanted to know more because they were planning on investing. And you were saying that entrepreneurs can come to Chem Society because we can teach you, as Ricardo said, how to make soaps, how to make perfumes. We can also extract, essential oils from different fruits or plants, etc. So, Romain, tell us more about perfumes. Why do you love talking about perfumes so much?
Yes, the perfume experiment. I would say it's my experiment. It was taught to me by our very own Ricardo. And basically, in this experiment, we make perfumes. And you wouldn't believe how simple it is, but it's still a delicate thing. Um, when we're making the perfumes, we basically dissolve whatever essential oil we have. So we have the different flavors like watermelon, citrus, cinnamon, a lot of flavors, patchouli. So we extract them from their plants, and we have a solution that can dissolve the organic matter with anything like ethanol. So we use ethanol and we use a mixture of ethanol and water. And we basically dissolve these essential oils in various ratio. And depending on the ratio, you get a certain type of smell. Now, of course, if you want it to have a citrus scent, you add your citrus, and any other scent that you want it to have, you can add it. But the principle behind it is that perfumes have three notes. You have the top note, the middle note, and the bottom note. The top note will be the first scent that you smell the first time you smell the perfume. So the first scent that you pick up, its signature scent, that would be the top note. The middle note is a bit more calm. It's a scent that is not as strong as the top note, but it's a scent that you would want to basically, after the top note has worn off, after a couple hours, that would basically keep a scent going throughout the rest of the day. So it's not as pungent and high smelling as the top note, but it will carry on the scent throughout the day. And you have the base note or the bottom note, which is just, it's like a fundamental scent that you use for all perfumes, and the most popular one is patchouli.
And
Now you have,
patchouli is everybody.
you have to use patchouli in all your perfumes, and you can use a scent that is, it isn't it the middle note or the scent that is in the middle, it's not something that you can easily identify, but you can know that it's a perfume. And the top note, anything like citrus, watermelon, lemongrass, cinnamon, anything that as you smell it, you know what it is. And you basically mix these in various ratios. As I said, you have to get a delicate balance because you don't want one scent to overpower another scent. So it has to be a very delicate balance. And you make your own perfume. And what I like about this is when you make your perfume, think about this. You're the only one in the world that possibly have that combination. So you can create a scent that you like, that is appealing to you. You don't have to run to the Versace. Although we all love our Versace, but we can create our own unique scent that is unique to only us. So when persons pick up your cologne, they say, "Oh, what kind of cologne that where you buy it?" Tell them that they have to give you the money because you're the one that made it. You understand? And it feels good to know that you have your own signature scent. And who knows, it's something that you could venture into. For example, if you try something out and you find a nice combination and you realize that persons like it, you could probably scale up scale up a bit and produce it on a more larger level, and people will purchase it. So it's a very good venture, business venture as well. So which is why I really love this experiment.
All right, so before we go to Simone and she talks about the hand sanitizers that we made earlier, because we did allude to us making hand sanitizers, but she's gonna go more in detail about it. Just for the persons that are coming in, persons that have already been here, just a reminder, go to at FST underscore UWI, click the link in the bio, and then from there you can find our sign up sheet. As you progress, you'll find our sign up sheet. Sign up for UE Chemical Society. Follow us on Instagram at UE Chem Society. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be there, guys. We have the experiments, we have the fun, we have the laughs because, everybody knows once you have your friends around you, once you guys are doing something fun, laughs must come out, jokes must come out. You know, it's not only experiments, we are also learning together because as you know, if you have any experience with science doing experiments, you know that certain, even in the exact moment that you're doing the experiment, something new can happen, some things can go wrong, and from there we can learn from it. But we're trying to make it a smooth year for you guys. Good experiments, campus and at home. So at FST underscore UWI, click the link in the bio, sign up for UW Chemical Society. Follow us on Instagram at UW Chem Society. Subscribe to our Instagram page. Simone, the floor is yours.
Yes, guys. So before the outbreak, well, not before, right after the outbreak of Corona, our group decided to make some hand sanitizer as a part of our fundraising for the club, and it was a major success in the club because a lot of persons bought a lot, and we even saw persons coming in with their huge gallon bottles ready to purchase all these hand sanitizer, and we were only able to give out a small amount because it wasn't a lot. What we did was we actually we extract the aloe vera, the gel from the aloe vera, and we combine that with alcohol and also add our essential oils to it, and that's how we made it. I'm not sure if anything else was there, Ricardo. I'm not sure if we had anything else in it, but I remember those stuff that we add to it. So as I said, it was a major sale, and all of us group members, once you're a member of the club, guess what? We were able to go home with it for free. We didn't have to purchase it because we were members. So you guys should be a member so you can get some free hand sanitizer as well. And yeah, I would look forward to. I really want to do that again in this school year because, as we can see, the pandemic is not yet. We're not past it as yet, and persons will benefit a lot from the hand sanitizer. So yes.
So if you want to learn, it's easy to make, and sanitizers are easy to make. But if you come to UW Chemical Society, you will know exactly the science behind what you're making. Because a lot of persons just purchase things, they don't know exactly the how the production goes down, like what exactly is in it. Anybody can read the ingredients label, but exactly what is in this product. At UW Chemical Society, we'll let you know what's in your products. We'll show you how to make hand sanitizers, and how beneficial it is to have a certain percentage of alcohol in your hand sanitizers, and at a certain level, it's not, it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna pass it on to, let's see, who am I gonna pass it on to? Who wants to say something? Greet the people. You can say anything.
Breathe the sanitizers. About the sanitizers.
Anything about Chemical Society. You can even speak about the sanitizers, of course. We're just here, Club Fusion 2020-21, virtually the same experience. I'm Kyra Taylor, the president of the UE Chemical Society. These are some of the members of my exec. Kasha Richards, Romaine, Graham, Kiara Shannon, Simone Johnson, and Ricardo Price is our advisor for the club. You will be seeing a lot of him because he has the most experience out of all of us. He will be popping up more often than not. So he just keep a lookout for him. So Ricardo, tell us whatever, anything about the hand sanitizers. Why is it important that a certain percentage of alcohol is in your hand sanitizers, and why you shouldn't go below it?
All right. So you might hear persons telling you that you need a concentration of about 70%, 60 to 75% alcohol in your sanitizer. And you might be wondering why not 100% alcohol? No, viruses, in order for the sanitizer to be effective, you need some amount of water in it to hydrolyze the cells of the virus. Without water, you cannot hydrolyze the cell of the virus and kill it, essentially. So you need some amount of water, not a lot, maybe 30% water to break open the cell, get into it, and kill the virus. So that's why you need about 70% water to be in your hand sanitizers. That equates to about 70% ethanol, 30% water. Now, I think Simone mentioned something about using the aloe vera gel. You can purchase aloe vera gel. It's sold commercially certain places like Earth Elements, but you can also make your own. You can use gelatin or any gelling-like agent. It's not very straightforward, but we here at UWI Chemical Society can walk you through the process to making these gel. Once you have the gel, then you can add the water, add the ethanol. We have 100% ethanol here, and then we'll dilute it so that the final product is 70% alcohol. And you can add your essential oils. So last time we added orange, and it was awesome. The smell, the scent, the final scent, it was really nice. But you can add any scent that you want, not a lot, because essential oils have a very strong smell. Just one drop can you can smell it in a large room, just one drop, or an empty bottle of an essential oil. You can smell it in a very large room. So all you need is just a few drops to your hand sanitizer, and that's it. If you want to add color, to play around with it, you can add color. But ensure that you don't add too much additives, because each thing that you add, you're slightly changing the concentration of the ethanol in your sanitizer. So, as I said before, we here at ChemSoc, we can walk you through the process of how to make the hand sanitizers. We plan on making more for this semester. And if needs be, we can even do it again in the other semester if COVID is still around. So, as I said, we'll walk you through the process of making hand sanitizers. Kyra?
All right, Ricardo. So we're still going to need you to stay online for the new people. Tell us more about, just,
ChemSoc?
repeat everything that you said earlier. Talk about, yeah. So talk about the experiments that you have done in the past and why ChemSoc is a club for everyone that's watching. The smoke bomb. Speak about the smoke bomb. And just do that. You have the
All right,
floor.
let's talk about everything. All right,
Yeah,
so hi
freestyle.
again, everybody. Hi again, everybody. I'm Ricardo Price, and I'm a postgraduate student studying, doing a master's in chemistry. About to transition to the PhD right now. Um, I'm the former president of the UWI Chemical Society, and I'm the current president of the American Chemical Society at UWI. So I'm like the advisor to ChemSoc. Um, there are there are many benefits of being a ChemSoc member. When I was in undergrad, I was a while I was in undergrad and I was in ChemSoc, I was around the more experienced chemists, and that really benefited me because, as you guys know, chemistry is not the easiest subject. It's very interesting, but it's not very easy. And being around these more experienced chemists that did courses that I'm currently doing, they were able to help me a lot, and that really benefited me because a lot of the times we kind of stay to ourselves and we don't really want to ask for help. We offer ourselves to you guys and provide assistance, especially to the first year students, because the transition from high school to UE is a massive transition, and we know that you guys really need the help. For second year students and third year, you guys, we still offer help to you guys. But we know that you guys are more seasoned than the first years. So that's one benefit of being in ChemSoc. You get a lot of help. Another thing is that you do pool experiments each week. Well, not each week, but a lot of the weeks. Wait, could somebody mute their thing? Kyra?
Yeah.
Somebody need to mute their microphone. All right. So, yeah, most of the weeks we carry out cool experiments. One of those experiments that I mentioned earlier was elephant toothpaste experiment. It's you guys can open another tab and in YouTube and look at what elephant toothpaste is. It's a reaction between potassium permanganate and hydrogen peroxide, basically. It's a really fun experiment, and that's one of the experiments that we did here. I think it's on our Instagram page, so you guys can follow us on Instagram and watch some of the experiments that we carried out. And elephant toothpaste should be there. We also did soap making. So we made soaps, and I asked the members to bring their own oils. If they wanted, for instance, you want to make turmeric soap or aloe vera soap or some whatever soap. If you want to make something like that, you can bring the plant to me and I'll make the extract for you, or I'll show you how to get the extract to put in your soap. So you'll need the extract, you'll need some oils. You can get oils at pharmacies or Earth Elements. That's my go-to location for essential oils or oils. So you can get your oils at Earth Elements. If you're interested in extracting your own essential oils, you can let me know, and I'll talk to the HOD and see if we can get access to certain specialized equipment. They don't make it readily available, but I could ask and see if they'll allow us to use it to extract our own essential oils, so we don't have to be purchasing anything. But if you just want to make the soap quickly, you can just purchase some essential oils. It's not very expensive. You can get a small container for $350. You can get what's it called again? Shea butter. Shea butter is good because it solidifies pretty. It's solid. So when you melt it down, it solidifies pretty quickly, and you can get a solid bar of soap relatively quickly. So if you want to make a solid soap, you use sodium hydroxide. If you want to make liquid soap, you use potassium hydroxide. Because sodium salts are less soluble than potassium salts. And you guys can deliberate amongst yourself why is that so. So to make the solid soap, we use sodium hydroxide with the oils. To make the liquid soaps like shampoos and stuff like that, we use potassium hydroxide. So you just need your oils, bring your plants to me, I'll get the extract to you, and we can make some soaps. Also, we made perfumes. So again, you'll need essential oils because all of these perfumes, 1 million, Invictus, YSL, all of them, they use essential oils. And as Romain was saying, the constituents that make up a perfume, you have the top note, the middle note, and the base note or the bottom note. The top note is that scent that you smell first when you spray a perfume. When you spray a perfume on yourself, that first scent that you smell is the top note. It's the most what you call volatile scent. And those are usually your citrus scents, usually the fruity scents. The middle note, oh, and another note, another thing, the top note, it fades the fastest, maybe 1 hour, it fades, gone. And then once the top note has gone, you have the middle note, and that's the next one that you smell. So you notice that sometimes you spray on your cologne in the morning, 7 a.m. by 12 a.m. It smells different. It doesn't smell bad, it just smells different. That's because the top note has faded. It's very volatile. The middle note lasts a bit longer. It's usually, you can have things like vanilla, cinnamon, those scents, those middle note scents last longer. And at the end of the day, when you reach home, you still smell sweet, but the scent is different. And that's the base note. That's the one that lasts the longest. And those are usually like essential oils like patchouli. If you smell it by itself, it's not the most pleasant scent you'll smell, but a lot of colognes use it because it adds something to your cologne. It by itself might not be pleasant, but when you mix it with other things, the scent is amazing. So a lot of colognes use it. A lot of the top colognes that you know, if you look at the ingredients, you'll see patchouli in it. I think 1 million uses it. Invictus, I think, uses it as well, and with a lot of citrus top notes and stuff like that. So yeah, when we made perfume, it was a very nice week. That experiment was pretty fun. We also did elements on fire. You guys know that each element burns with a distinct color. Sodium burns orange. Potassium burns with a purplish color. Copper burns with a bluish, greenish color. So you can line up these metals, line them up, the metal salts, that is, and ignite them, and you'll see each burning with a distinct color. So sometimes we mix them up, we light them, and we ask students to identify which metal is burning. And yeah, we give them a prize if they get it right, stuff like that. So we did some really cool experiments last year and even the year before, and we have a lot more planned. One of them that we have planned is the smoke bomb. The smoke bomb, I'm sure you guys have seen gender reveal parties where I'm not sure what they're doing, but all I know, I see that colored smoke being given off. Yes, so that's basically the smoke bomb, the colored smoke. So it's a mixture of potassium nitrate, sodium, glucose or sucrose, and sodium bicarbonate or baking soda. You remember that explosion in Beirut? That massive explosion? That was due to potassium nitrate. So this is a very explosive compound, but we're chemists. We know how to handle it. We won't leave potassium nitrate in a warehouse for 6 years, tons and tons and tons of it. We'll be working with a very small amount, so it will be safe. And the baking soda is there to ensure that it doesn't boom, explode like that. You get me? The baking soda is there to control the vigorousness of the reaction. So it will be safe. You guys don't have to worry. Our repeat of Beirut won't happen. So yeah, you mix those ingredients together and you add a coloring agent to it, and it gives off smoke of that coloring agent, and it should be an exciting one. We tried it over the break, and so far it seems the experiment seems fruitful. So we just need to do a few modifications to it, to add some color to it and get it to go. And it should be, it's one that I'm actually looking forward to doing with the newcomers. I also want to mention that you guys, from your member in UWI Chemical Society, I implore you to become an ACS members so that you can benefit from being a part of the ACS. I'll mention the benefits soon. Now, to be an ACS member, you need to pay a membership fee of 15, 15 US dollars. That's roughly about 2,000 Jamaican dollars. The fee is different from being a member of ChemSoc. The ChemSoc fee is the ChemSoc fee. The ACS fee is the ACS fee. It's two different bodies. You get me? Kyra is the president for the UWI Chemical Society, and I'm the president for ACS. So, yeah. Once you're a member of ACS, you get the... Oh, yes, Kyra? Oh, you're waving. Oh, sorry.
I'm just waving to let people know.
So yeah, so once you're a member of ACS, you can benefit from being an ACS member, and the benefits include traveling. Almost every year, maybe 2-3 times a year, there are conferences that are being held, and they require us to send 1 or 2 ACS members to those conferences. Now, at least one of the conference is fully sponsored. Maybe the other one is partially sponsored. So maybe sometimes they say, okay, they'll pay for accommodation and food and transportation, blah, 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 but you'd have to find a plane fare. And the other one, the big conference, they'll cover everything. They'll send the money for the airfare, for the accommodation. And a lot of the times, we don't even have people to send. You get me? Because a lot of persons aren't signing up for ACS. So I implore you guys to sign up for ACS, especially if you're in first year. You might not go when you're in first year, but maybe by the time you're in second or third year, you can attend one of the trips. A lot of the times when they say that, okay, we'll pay half and you pay the other half, a lot of students are reluctant, and I understand why. Because to find plane fare, it's not cheap. Maybe 500 US or 400, 300 US, depending on when you're flying. So a lot of those times, students don't attend. But if you're an ACS member and you're interested in attending and you're willing to pay the airfare, you'll go. Because a lot of the times, Dr. Barnaby, which is the representative here for ACS, a lot of the times Dr. Barnaby is looking for ACS members. Ricardo, do you know anybody that's in ACS that is willing to go? Stuff like that. You get me? So I'll implore you guys, become ACS members. You can attend international conferences. And yeah, if you're planning on being in the field of science, that's something that you can put on your resume. You attended an international conference in blah, blah, blah. Also, for the persons, you do as an undergraduate student, you can, if you're interested in research, if you're really interested in research, you can approach certain lecturers and ask them if you can carry out any research that they're interested in carrying out. At the end of the day, it might not be something that you personally came up with, but you're learning intricate techniques in chemistry or even in science. You're learning a lot. And if a lecturer was supposed to give you a research project to do, and you do it and you gather certain results, you can present those results at the international conference, and that would be something really good, because that's something that I put on my resume. I presented at an international conference. You get me? So I I didn't do that as an undergrad, but looking back now, I'm saying that's something that I should have done. I should have been working with a lecturer in my free time, because when I was in undergrad, I had a lot of free time. Although I didn't believe I did, but looking back now, I actually did have a lot of free time. So you guys can approach lecturers, ask them what they do. Um, they won't chase you away. Trust me, just go talk to a lecturer. Just talk to them, ask them what they do, ask them to tell you about them research and all of that. And if they needed any help, you can provide assistance, stuff like that. It looks really good on your resume. Trust me. And as I said, at the end of the day, if you're doing research, you can present that at the international conference. So a lot of benefits of being an ACS member. So
All right, so for those who are coming from, Club Fusion, from the different booths, coming from the booth, based on our booth, you can see that we had our promo video that showcased a lot of different experiments. But the two main experiments that you probably saw at the booth was our elephant toothpaste and our silver to gold experiment. So Ricardo, tell us exactly how do you turn silver to gold? And Kasha, I remember that you were there, so tell us about your reaction. Like everybody tell us your reaction from when we turned silver to gold at Chemstock.
1 second, let me get Marcel. Marcel can explain it better.
Oh,
So
and
Kasha, you can take the
Marcel.
floor. Hold on.
So Kasha, Ramin, and Kara are going to tell us their reactions. Ricardo is gonna get Marcel, and Marcel was the
As
former
you, as
president
you know,
before Ricardo. So Kiara,
and
tell
he's
us
now the
about
post
silver to
grad.
gold.
He's now the post grad. Yeah, I just saying that Marcel, he's now the post grad representative. So big up. Anyways, yeah, the silver to gold thing. Them when I saw it, I was like, okay, we're actually not turning this silver into gold. But then when I saw it, I'm like, wow, so I can take up my silver coin and I can turn it to gold and I can go bank and get money and make them sell it and pound it for me and all these nice things. But yes, it was really a cool reaction. So let's hear what Romaine has to say.
Oh, nice. Hello, guys. Nice to meet you.
Okay,
Um,
so guys, we have Marcel on the line, and Marcel is gonna tell us how do you turn silver into gold.
all right. So first, it's not literal gold. All right. So that's the first thing I want to point out. All right. We're not doing alchemy here. We're doing chemistry. So what we do basically first is that we coat the silver coin with sorry, we coat the bronze coin with some zinc on it, a zinc solution to coat the coin on the bronze coin. And upon heating it, it turns. So you coat it first, and then upon heating, you get it to change from. Sorry, I'm going fast. First, we coat it with a zinc solution, right? I don't remember it off my head right now. So that's the first thing. We put it in a solution of zinc in some acid. I don't remember which acid that we use particularly. I think it's probably acetic acid. And we use that, and we coated the layer of the bronze coin to make it look silver. And afterwards, we heated the silver coin, where it was still the same red penny, with the zinc covering on it. And what it did was it forced it the the copper surface to make it appear to be like gold. But on continue heating it, you push it further and further inside the coin to make it become back into an alloy, so it goes back to the original color. So in doing that, you can move from bronze to silver to gold. It's a very nice, cool experiment, and it's very simple to do, and people seem to love it. But it's not real gold, so you can't sell it, you can't use it to make jewelry. It's just copper, basically manipulating the chemistry of it. I hope that was clear. I hope that was clear. I don't
Right.
think it was that clear.
Thank you, Marcel. That was clear enough for
All
us,
right.
and we are going to do that experiment in future so that persons can see it. But thank you for your time.
Yeah, and if anything, I'll give price to experimental for it.
Yes. And that was Marcel, guys. He was the former president of UWI Chemical Society. So Romain, tell us what was your reaction when you saw it for the first time? And then Kasha, tell us your reaction when you saw it for the first time. Like, what did you think? Like, are you saying that, oh my gosh, what sorcery is this? Like, how cool.
Are you hearing me because the rain is falling? So I'm gonna check out that first. Can
Yes,
you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
All right. So yeah, I think that experiment was done when I was in second year or probably first year. I don't remember.
Mhm.
But being the type of person I am, once I saw that silver was moving towards gold, the first thing I thought about doing was selling it. But as he said, it's just you're just coat. It looks like gold, but it isn't gold. And once the persons who have the equipment to test it, they will see that it's not gold, and you'll get into trouble. But yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind. After that evaded my mind, it just came home to me how you can use principles of chemistry to achieve a certain goal, or how should I put it? The thing is, if you wanted persons to think that you were turning it into gold, you could have convinced them that hey, you're turning this into gold. Even though it was fake, it just showed me that you can use chemistry, you can use principles and methodologies in chemistry to to achieve something or to do something. So in that case, you were just making something look like gold. But in another sense, probably you can use it for decoration. So probably instead you want to decorate somewhere to make it look as if the railing or the figurine is gold, and you can do something like that than actually buying gold. And you can apply it in other aspects as well, as in I realized that when I saw that experiment, I realized that that is how they get the chrome rims, because the rims is not completely chromium right through. Sometimes it's just another metal that is abundant or is cheaper. So they make the rim out of that, coat it with that coating, and it gives that look. And you would think that the whole thing right through is made from chromium, but it's actually coated in chromium, and probably the rim is made out of a metal like iron or such. So yeah, the first time I saw that experiment, I- that's what I thought. It's just really interesting how you can apply principles in chemistry, and you can use it to achieve something. For example, even magicians, most of them is they just understand a certain level of chemistry, and they just go a little distraction here and there and do them thing, and they just do something and you think it's magic when it's really chemistry they're using to manipulate the mind and make you think that they're actually sorcerers or magicians, but they're not. They're just chemists.
Kasha, and then after Kasha, we're just
Oh,
going to talk about ChemSoc and what it means to us, and then we're gonna close off because it's approaching 4 o'clock, and Club Fusion ends at 4, and we don't want to keep you guys any longer. So, Kasha, tell us what was your reaction when you saw silver to gold, and you can also talk about experiments that you have witnessed and why that solidified your love for UE Chemical Society.
well, for me personally, I was not a big fan of the experiment, the silver to gold. I really like the silver part. I like silver, but I don't like gold. So, that transition wasn't me. But the first one, definitely, I really like that one. It was nice and shiny. I really like that. But as I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like, remember Ricardo and Romain when we went to the school? Oh gosh, oh my god. I'll never forget that. That was a good experience. Wait, could I say it? Could I say what happened? Okay, so
As long as it's nothing
we were
explicit,
making
you can
soap.
say it.
So yeah, we made soap with the kiddies and them in a school. It was a really fun experience. And well, we didn't really have much to like give them the soap and and like the unreacted sodium hydroxide reacted reacted with the aluminum foil.
Oh gosh.
Man, I'll never forget that experience. Like chemistry is so unpredictable.
So guys, if you have concentrated sodium hydroxide, do not let it get in contact with foil paper. Because the reaction is vigorous, it gives off a lot of heat and it forms sodium aluminate. So we didn't realize at the time. We're humans, we're chemists, but we're humans. So we were making soap with the sodium hydroxide as I mentioned earlier. And the excess soap that we made, we were just wrapping it in foil paper. So basically, the excess sodium hydroxide from the soap reacted with the aluminum foil and it basically melted the aluminum foil and it burned. Like when I touched it, it burned my hand, like it stung really badly. And yeah, we Googled the reaction and then we realized that it was the reaction was between sodium hydroxide and the aluminum foil to form sodium aluminate. It's basically something produced as a byproduct in the bauxite industry. So you see that red mud lake that you see over in St.
Yeah.
Catherine thereabout. Yeah, it has a lot of sodium aluminate in it and it's very corrosive. So if anything living falls in that, it will be dissolved in a matter of seconds.
Right. Gone. Gone. Oh, and so because we're about to close soon, I'm just going to just say some I'm going to point out to somebody and I'm going to just like ask them to talk about experiments that mean that are important to them. So, Romine, I know that your experiment is the magic breath experiment. You love that experiment. You can explain the experiment backwards, forwards, upside down, everything. So, talk to the people as we close about the magic breath experiment and what it means and what it would mean to them, and a brief overview of the chemistry behind it.
Okay, so the magic breath experiment. Yeah, it's a very good experiment because it has a very significant application in a real life setting. So for this experiment, basically what we did, we're trying to demonstrate how carbon dioxide can dissolve into water and what it does to the water. So we basically have a flask and we have a solution in it. We try to make the solution slightly basic. Slightly basic, and we add an indicator to the solution. And an indicator basically gives us a visual manifestation, a representation of what is going on in the solution or the condition of the solution. Now, we have the solution with indicator and we make it slightly basic, slightly. And what we do is we ask whoever we want to participate to just insert a straw into the flask and to blow into the flask. Now, when the person is blowing, we all exhale carbon dioxide. So, this carbon dioxide is going to be dissolved in the water. Now, as the carbon dioxide dissolves, you're going to realize that the indicator color is going to change. And depending on the indicator, the last one that we use, I don't remember the last one that we used, but it was green when the solution was basic. And as the person breathed into the flask, essentially blowing carbon dioxide into the solution. Once the carbon dioxide starts to dissolve into the water, the pH starts to change and the solution gradually becomes acidic. And you're going to realize that the carbon dioxide, the color is going to change from green to a light blue color, and it gradually changes, and it depend the intensity of the blue color depends on the concentration or the amount of carbon dioxide that the person is blowing into the solution. And once we're satisfied, if you look at the solution, you realize that it's acidic based on the fact that the indicator is sky blue. Now, the application that this has in the real world setting is that we have our oceans, and because of the industrial revolution, we have excessive carbon dioxide being emitted into the atmosphere. Now this carbon dioxide is essentially being dissolved into the ocean. We have a balance where you have carbon dioxide dissolving into the water and it forms bicarbonate or carbonic acid. It's a similar acid to the acid that is in sodas like Buster or those sodas. It's a similar thing. So we have a balance between the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and the carbon dioxide in the water. So as the water begins to absorb excessive carbon dioxide, it slightly becomes acidic. And this is devastating to the organisms in the water, like the fish, the coral reefs, and also that acidic environment is not suitable for certain reactions to occur in the ocean. So reactions that would normally occur in the water, probably by organisms like some microorganisms in the water, probably the acidic nature or the acidic environment would not allow for those reactions to happen. So you're essentially killing the microorganisms in the ocean as well as the coral reefs. It causes coral bleaching, and some fishes are extremely affected by the acidic nature of the water, especially the ones that have permeable skin, so like jellyfish and those sorts of organisms. So yes, yeah, that experiment is a very important experiment because it demonstrates to us anybody that sees that experiment will come out with a better understanding of what exactly is happening in the atmosphere while we're having these adverse effects, especially to our organisms that are in the ocean. And it would help us to make better decisions as people, as humans on earth, so that we can do better and to protect organisms and anything that is in the ocean, and furthermore to preserve life in the ocean on earth.
Thank you, Remy. So it is now 4 o'clock. That was Club Fusion 2021 at the UWI Mona Chemical Society. Uh, Before I completely end this session, I ask you guys again to go to at FST underscore UWI Mona. As you can see from the banner coming across the screen, click the link in the bio or sign up sheet is there. From there, you guys will be added to our WhatsApp group. If you haven't already seen the links going around, join our club, attend the meetings, become immersed in chemistry. You don't have to be a chemistry major. So as we close, we have Kasha Richards, Romaine Graham, Kiara Shannon, Ricardo Price, and me, Cara Taylor, your president. And can't wait to see you guys next week. Our meetings are on Thursdays, 2:30 p.m. You can find us on, or you can contact us on Instagram. You can find us on our YouTube channel. And once you've signed up, you will automatically be added to our mailing list and be updated on different events. But follow our Instagram at UWIChem Society to find out more of what we have for you this semester. So say bye, guys. Wait. All right. Bye, people. Walk good.
Bye.